Hey everybody! I've been trying this a couple of times and it keeps cutting me out, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time and make sure we're really connected here. Thanks for joining. My name's Mackenzie. About 6 o'clock right now, but again, we're going to give it a few minutes for people to hop on since I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, so thanks for being patient. All right, looks like we got a couple people on here, but again, gonna give it a couple more minutes. I did just attach a Spotify playlist, so if you like to listen to music when you flow, I know I do, if you have Spotify, you can click on that link and it will take you to just one of my playlists that I put together that you can play while you are flowing. So while we kind of wait for everybody to hop on, I am going to kind of talk through some of the props that you might want to use in class today. So you can certainly do this whole class without any sort of props. I will guide you through some different modifications that you can do if you don't have any of those props. If you do have a few things lying around, they may come in handy during your class. So for this flow, using some blocks might be handy, but if you don't have actual yoga blocks at home, for tonight I'm using just a can of soup. Anything that will give you a little bit of height. We're essentially just using it to lift the ground up to us. We're just going to be placing our fingers on top of it, so we're not going to be putting a lot of weight onto it by any means. So whatever you have lying around, maybe it's a water bottle, again, can of soup, can of pasta sauce, anything like that. Another prop that might come in handy is a strap. If you don't have a strap though, you could use a few different things. You could use maybe a belt, if you have any sort of strapping material, or for class I am going to use a scarf. So just a winter scarf that you have laying around. This can be used in one of our balancing postures. And then to start class, we're gonna come in a reclined posture. And it may feel nice to have some support throughout your spine. So if you have a pillow lying around, feel free to grab a pillow. And again, you can do this with or without. All right, let's give it just a couple more minutes here. Okay, I will demonstrate a couple things before we get started so that when we move into these things throughout class, you know where you're going if you're new to these types of classes. The first thing I'm going to do a demonstration of is it's called a Chaturanga Dandasana. Essentially, it's 4 postures linked together, each moving with either an inhale or an exhale. You're moving from a high plank down to a low plank, then upward facing dog to a downward facing dog. And I'm going to show you here what that looks like. So we always start our chaturanga in a high plank. And no, you can always skip a chaturanga. You can always just hold here in your high plank. Do any sort of modifications as you want. But again, no, we always start in our high plank. We always meet in a downward facing dog. So those are 2 places that you can move to. Starting here in your high plank, then you're going to drop down onto your knees. I'm going to show you the modified version first. So we're here in a high plank with our knees dropped to the floor. So we're in an extended tabletop. We're gazing out in front of us. We're going to take an inhale here, shift forward slightly, finding a very slight tuck of your tailbone. And then on your exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. So you're using the strength of your arms. So now you're flat on the ground, palms under your shoulders, tops of your feet root into the earth. Start with your chin on the ground. Inhale for cobra, lift up through your head, your neck, your upper back, palms root to the ground, top of your feet root to the ground. And then exhale, you release. Then we're moving into a downward facing dog, maybe by way of your knees. That's totally okay. So that is the first option. That is a modified variation. I recommend doing the whole class from your knees. Kind of move beyond that ego. You're gonna wanna feel like you wanna lift your knees, you're strong enough to lift your knees, but try the whole class with your knees lower down. Build up that strength so that you can move to the fullest variation and not compromise any of your joints. So, fullest variation, starting in your high plank. We're here in a high plank, again, gazing forward, shine through your chest. We're shifting forward just a little bit. On your exhale, you're gonna lower down halfway, so you're hugging your elbows in, flat as a plank. Tops of your feet to the ground, straighten your arms, upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back. And exhale, lift your hips high for downward facing dog. So again, that's the fullest variation. Don't feel like you have to be there right away. So the other thing I'm going to demonstrate before we get going is our peak posture, which is Ardha Chandrasana. It's half moon. We are doing a lot of things within this half moon. So you are balancing on one leg. You are expanding through your arms, so you're finding opening through your shoulders. And then you're lengthening through your spine. So what this is going to look like, we're coming into it from an extended side angle. And this is always a great place to hang out if you are new to these postures. But if you want to move forward, we're going to take this in steps. Lower your left hand to your hip, gaze down. Now we're going to bring in our left foot slightly. This is going to allow us to drop our fingers to that prop that's about a foot in front of our front foot. Then from here, we're going to use our balance and the strength of our right leg to launch off of our left foot. So we're balancing on our right, we're kicking our left foot back behind. Last step, expanding through the arms. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. All right, so there's where we're moving towards. So let's get going here with our flow one. So we're going to start lying on our backs. So again, if you want to use your pillow, now would be the time. Come to an easy seated posture towards the front of your mat here. Now you're gonna take the pillow and you're gonna place it the long way on your mat. So your spine is essentially gonna be lying on top of the pillow. So you're gonna bend your knees, soles of your feet root into the earth. Your hips are coming to the end of your pillow, and then you can slowly start to lie down onto that pillow here. Your shoulders are gonna wrap over it, finding a little bit of opening through your chest. And then you're gonna open up your legs here, open them up wide like a book, finding Supta Baddha Konasana legs, butterfly legs. And then place one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just begin to find your breath here. Taking some deep, long inhales and exhales through your nose. Now I like to recommend the hand to your belly and heart so that you can physically feel your breath moving through your chest, your ribs, your lungs, down into the depths of your belly. Just a couple more rounds here. Deep belly breath. Throughout this class, we're going to be moving through many balancing postures here. Balancing postures can be hard for us, obviously, because you are just balancing on one foot as opposed to two. So coming back to your breath is going to be crucial when we're in those balancing postures. Being kind with your thoughts, finding your focus. Take one more round of breath. And exhale, let it go. Now bring your hands to the edge of your thighs and slowly bring your knees back up to the center. And then roll off to either the left or the right side of your mat here. Now we're rolling off to essentially grab that pillow. You can toss it and then lie back down onto the ground. Now just take notice here of how maybe that pillow brought a little bit of space into your lungs. Take one more round of breath. Exhale, let it go. Now bring your knees up into your chest, hug in up into a little tiny ball. Maybe find some movement, rock from side to side. As you rock from side to side, you might feel a little bit of a massage along your low back. And then slowly begin to rock and roll from the front to the back of your mat. Slowly gaining momentum with each rock and roll here until you come seated towards the top of your mat. We're going to move into tabletop position. So plant your hands and then step your knees back one at a time, tabletop. So bringing your wrists directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Your back is long and straight here. So think energy out through the top of your head, energy out through your hips. And then we're going to find some movement here. So on your inhale, cow, drop your belly, take your gaze up to the sky, shine through your chest. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away, tuck your chin, curl your spine. Inhale for cow, draw your gaze up, belly drops, maybe a slight bend in your elbows. And exhale for cat, press it away through your knees, through your palms, navel to spine. Two more, inhale, cow, gaze up. And exhale, cat, press it away, feel that flexion through your spine. Last one, inhale, cow, drop your belly, gaze up, shine through your collarbone. And exhale for cat, press it away, navel to spine, chin to chest. Beautiful, come back to tabletop, neutral spine. Now walk your hands forward just a little bit, curl your toes, take a deep inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. So press the mat away here, work and pipe your hips up high to the sky. Now always know you can keep your knees softened in this downward facing dog, and with time work to straighten your legs. Work your heels towards the ground. Find a big wide grip here through your hands, and then bring a little bit of your weight into your fingertips. This will relieve some of the pressure through your wrists. Again, as you press the mat away, lengthen out through your armpits, through your shoulders. Find your breath. And use your exhales to draw your chest a little bit closer to the tops of your thighs. Beautiful. One more inhale. Gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. And exhale with small steps. Walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. So you're at a forward fold here, maybe sway from side to side. Again, find as much bend in your knees as you need. You want to work the top of your head towards the ground. Take your gaze in between your legs. Option here to grab for opposite elbows. Continue to breathe. One more round here. And on your exhale, release your hands down to the ground. So we're here in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep your fingers on the ground, lengthen through your spine, shoulders to the back of the space. And exhale, fold forward, let your heart pour forward. Two more, inhale, halfway lift. Maybe your fingers come to your shins. Again, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulders and your elbows back. And exhale, fold forward, let your heart hang heavy. Root through your feet. Now they should be approximately hip width distance. Inhale, extended mountain, so slowly come to standing. Arms will reach all the way overhead as you fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands through, heart center, press your palms together, thumbs come to your heart. Inhale, extended mountain, reach with your arms, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands through, heart center, thumbs to your chest. Now come standing at Tadasana, hands next to your body here, palms face forward. Now we're going to find our engagement. So feet approximately hip width distance, lift all 10 toes and then drop one toe at a time, finding the four corners of your feet, finding a good solid foundation. Now lift up all the way up through your legs, engaging through your thighs, finding a slight tuck of your tailbone, zipping up through your core. Lift up through the top of your head. So we're finding total body engagement here. Draw your shoulders down your back. Tadasana. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Tadasana. Reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands through your heart. Hinge at your hips. Now keep a flat spine the whole way down. Inhale for halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach with your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center, thumbs to your chest. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, send your shoulders to the back. And exhale, this time plant your hands, step back into high plank. So let's find our foundation here through our high plank. We're in a high push-up. So our wrists are directly under our shoulders. Now again, our fingers are wide. We want to find a big solid grip here. And then we don't want to sink down into our shoulder blades. That's eventually going to cause injury through our shoulders. So we want to lift up in between our shoulder blades, finding almost a little puff right in between our elbow or our shoulders here. Now if your hips are piked too far up, go ahead and bring them even with your shoulders and ankles. Think long line of energy through the top of your head, out through your heels here. If you notice your hips sinking, again, draw them back up to the midline or drop to your knees. Just one more round of breath. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. So right leg sends high to the sky. Exhale, step through to lunge. So draw your right foot to your right thumb. So your right ankle should be directly beneath your right knee here. Left knee is lifted, left leg is engaged. Inhale here, shine your chest forward. And exhale, pyramid variation. Straighten your right leg, send your chin to your shin. Then we're going to move with our breath 2 more times. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee, shine through your heart. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your right leg, fold forward. Last one, inhale, lunge, bend your right knee, shift forward. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, back to lunge. And exhale, step back into high plank. Move through your variation of chaturanga here. So you're either in a high plank or dropping your knees here for an inhale. Exhale, lower down either halfway or all the way down onto your belly. Inhale for upward facing dog or cobra variation. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Other side here, inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog, kick back with your left heel. Exhale, step through to lunge next to your left thumb. So we're here on our inhale, bringing your left knee over your left ankle, shining your chest forward. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your right knee, send your chest towards your shin. 2 more, inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid variation. Maybe to go deeper, you bend your elbows. Last one, inhale, lunge, shift forward, bend your left knee. Exhale, pyramid variation. Feel the stretch and open up behind your left thigh here. Inhale, back to lunge, shift forward. And exhale, high plank. Here we are, chaturanga, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath here together, fill it up. And exhale, let it go. In your core, walk your hands back to your feet. So you're at a forward fold at the back of your mat here. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain root to rise. Reach your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands through heart center, release them next to your body. So we're going to move into our first balancing posture of class, which is tree pose, Vrikshasana. So stay where you are towards the back of your mat. For the sake of the video, I'm going to come standing at the top and facing you. So balancing posture here. We're going to start by balancing on our left leg. So lift all 5 toes from your left foot and then root the sole of your left foot down into the ground, finding the 4 corners. So there are 2 points at the top, 2 points at your heel, and then slowly lower 1 toe down at a time there, really finding that good solid foundation. Now we're going to find this variation through our right side. So as your hands come to your hips, you can kickstand with your right foot. You can bring your right foot to your calf, or even to the inside of your left thigh here. Now just know that you need to avoid the knee. Do not put your right foot directly on your knee. It should go above or below, or again, kickstand. So find your variation and be okay with where you're at. Sole of your right foot presses into your left leg just as much as your left leg is engaged. Take notice here of your right knee, send it back behind you, really feel and breathe into the opening of your right thigh. Now maybe hands to heart center, pressing your palms together, thumbs to your chest. You can grow branches if you would like, reaching out through your arms, finding your own variation. Continue to find your breath. Maybe finding 1 point of focus, something that is unmoving, for you to take all of your attention to. 1 more inhale. Bring your hands to heart center on your exhale. And then you can release your right foot down to the ground. Awesome job. Pedal it out. We're going to find this here on the other side. So rooting through your right foot, lift the 5 toes on that right foot. Find the 4 corners. And then slowly lower 1 toe down at a time. Now we're going to find maybe a similar variation with the left leg as you did on the right. So you can kickstand, you can bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh, above or below your right knee. Maybe bring hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest. Now keep that engagement through your right standing leg here. Send your left knee to the back of the space, opening up through your left hip. Again, find that 1 point of focus. Maybe grow your branches here, your variation with your arms. Awesome work, yogis. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, completely release your air. And then drop your left foot. You can pedal it out. We're going to move on with our flow. Inhale, extended mountain, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, shift forward into a high plank, and then move through your chaturanga here. Any variation that you choose, starting in your high plank, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Awesome work. Inhale together. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Kick back through your right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. So shift your shoulders over your wrist, hug in through your belly. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. So we're gonna set up for warrior two. So first, finding our foundation, pivot your left foot so it becomes parallel to the back end of the mat. Right toes continue to face forward. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Arms come to a T. Sink deeply into your right knee here. So foundation, that's where we're gonna start. Heel to arch alignment. The heel of your right foot should be in line with the arch of your left foot. Now notice here your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Can you bring your toes a little bit more towards the front of the space, bringing that left foot at a slight angle? That's okay as well. Again, arms out to a T. Reach equally through your fingertips to the front and back of the space. Lift up through the top of your head, and then soften here through your shoulders, through your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Low body stays the same here. Paint the sky with your right hand. Send it back behind you. Now again, as you keep the bend in your right knee, you're feeling a stretch through your entire right side body. So keep breathing there. Using your exhale to draw your left fingers towards the ground, right hand towards the back of the space. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, extended side angle. So reach your right arm forward. When you can no longer go anymore, tuck your arms 6 and 12. So extended side angle here. Your right arm is gonna come to the inside of your right knee, pressing that right knee back behind you. As you do that, you may be able to open up through your left arm, left fingers, work high. Deep, generous bend through your right knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. First, arms come to a T, then reach your right arm high, left arm down. Last step is to stretch your right arm towards the back of the space, feeling a deeper opening through your right side body. Find your breath, one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. Setting up for triangle pose. Exhale, Trikonasana. Reach forward as much as you can. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. So again, right arm comes to the inside of your right thigh. Open up through your left shoulder. Feel strong through your right obliques. One more round. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Feet become parallel here, so your toes are pointing forward. Using your exhale, wide leg forward fold, prasarita. So hinge at your hips. Let your hips scoot back behind you. Keep a flat spine the whole way down. Arms out to a T as you hinge forward. Finding this forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here. So work the top of your head down towards the ground. Gaze is back behind you. Maybe find some movement, rocking from side to side. Then hands come directly underneath your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, twist open to the right here. So reach your right arm high. Inhale, fingers reach. Exhale, hands release underneath your shoulders. You're staying here at a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, twist open to the left. So reach up high with your left fingers. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, release everything. Let your head go heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. We've been here before. Exhale, lunge to the front of your space. Creep and crawl to your right. Bend your right knee and then step back into your high plank. Now here, high plank into your chaturanga. High plank, down to your low plank. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra variation. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, shoulders over your wrists, press the mat away. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through right in between your hands here. So pivot that right foot so it becomes parallel to the back end of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two, finding your heel to arch alignment. Finding your deep, generous bend through your left knee. Reaching as if there are lasers through your fingertips to the front and back. Draw your shoulders down your back. Sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. So low body stays the same. Paint the sky with your left hand. Feeling the stretch on your left side body. Make sure not to keep or lose that bend in your left knee. Breathe here, deep inhales, and exhale, arms to a T. Inhale, shift forward with your left hand until you can no longer go extended side angle on your exhale. So tick-tock to 6 and 12. So you have your left hand pressing, or your left arm pressing into your left knee here. Open up through your right shoulder. Reach high through your right fingers. Reach low through your left fingers. Blade edge of your right foot roots into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Reverse triangle, so straighten your left leg. Work your left arm back behind you. So we are breathing into the opening of our left hip, drawing our left shoulder down your back. Inhale, arms to a T, setting up for triangle pose. Reach forward with your left hand. Exhale, Trikonasana. So arms come 6 and 12. Both arms are long and straight. Both legs are long and straight. Reach your right hip towards the back. Reach the top of your head towards the front of the space and find your breath. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. You're going to parallel your feet, setting up for our forward fold. Take a big inhale here, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So keep a flat spine, hinge at your hips, move slow all the way down. Take a couple breaths here as you're upside down. Release the top of your head towards the ground, gaze in between your legs here. We're gonna do a twist again, hands under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Twist open to the left, reaching high through your left fingertips. And then exhale, release your left hand down to the ground. We're still in a halfway lift on our inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, reach up high through your fingers. And then let everything go. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front of your space. Bend your left knee, creep and crawl, step back into your high plank. Use this here to build strength. Chaturanga, high plank, down to your low plank. Hug your elbows in, body as straight as a board. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips high, press the mat away from you. Now we're gonna move through that same sequence, linking a breath to movement here. So we're gonna pick up the pace. One breath, one movement, starting in your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, settle in, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior, paint the sky with your right hand. Exhale, extended side angle, reach. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten, then stretch to the back. Exhale, Trikonasana proper. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, setting up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to skip the twists. Exhale, lunge to the front of your space, creep and crawl, bend your right knee, step back into your high plank. Chaturanga here. Inhale, exhale, lower all the way down or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, yogis. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, press the mat away, feel your strength. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step directly between your hands. Inhale, rise, open, warrior two. Exhale, settle in a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior, feel the side body stretch. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten everything, push it to the back. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, toes point forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front, high plank. Move through your chaturanga, using it to build strength. Be okay with where you're at. Again, drop to your knees. Do the whole class from your knees. Cobra, upward facing dog on your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job. One more inhale. And on your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. So you're at a forward fold, back of the mat, head hangs heavy. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach. Exhale, hands through heart center. All right, moving on to our second balancing posture of class here. So first we did tree on the right and the left side. Now we're moving into Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. So that is the Sanskrit word that essentially translates into standing, extended, big toe to hand pose. So we're moving into something like this, with or without a strap. So for today, I'm going to be practicing this with a scarf, only because I have really tight shoulders. So in this posture, if I don't have a prop or a strap of some sort, my shoulder that I'm holding onto their foot tends to drop in dramatically. So as I use this prop, it allows me to bring my right shoulder back into space. So it may be something you want to play around with or not. Either way, come to standing. We're going to root through our left foot. So again, lifting 5 toes, finding the 4 corners at the top and bottom. Lowering all 5 toes, finding that good foundation. So first step, lifting your right knee to 90 degrees. You're flexing your right toes towards your face here, lifting the top of your head towards the sky, feeling firm with your standing foundational leg here. So maybe this is step 1, maybe this is as far as you are going. If you feel wobbly, just find your balance. Step 2, we are going to find a grip on our foot. So you can find your peace fingers and grab for your big toe. You can grab for the inside or outside edges of your foot. I am at this point going to grab my strap and I'm going to place it around the ball of my foot And I'm gonna find my grip as close to my right foot as I can. So here we are, step 2, gripping onto the foot with or without a prop. Maybe you hang out here. If you want to move into step 3, take a deep inhale, lift the top of your head high, and then exhale, kick your right leg out in front of you. So without a strap, you're either grabbing for your big toe and kicking out. You want to try and draw your right shoulder back in space as much as you can. Keep your right toes flexed. Stand tall through your left standing leg. Maybe your left arm comes out to the side. If you want to take it further into step 4, open up through your right leg here. Again, stand up tall. Feel engagement through your right thigh, through your left standing leg. One more inhale. And then exhale, release, coming out the same way you came in. So maybe back up front, bend your knee, and then release your grip. Awesome job, yogis. That's a tough one, especially to talk and do it at the same time. All right, let's try the other side here. So we're gonna stand rooted through our right foot here. Find that good foundation. Step 1, lift your left knee to 90 degrees, flex your left toes. Maybe you're hanging out here. Step 2, grab for your left foot, either your big toe. This would be the time if you're using your strap. Find your grip as close to your left foot as you can. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick for step 3, your left heel out in front of you. Try and draw your left shoulder back in space. Stand up tall, root through your right standing leg. Plug your left hip back into space. Keep the left toes flexed here. Last step, open up to the left. Keep the toes flexed. Root through your right standing leg. Keep breathing here. One more inhale. And exhale, come back out the same way you came in. Moving slow and with control, and release. Awesome job. Virtual high five, virtual elbow pump or whatever. Nice job, everyone. Standing at the back of your mat, you are already there. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk back out to a plank position here and move through your chaturanga. Again, you always have the option to skip, to drop to your knees, to hold in your high plank. Just know we'll meet in downward facing dog. Moving through our second flow here. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through to lunge next to your right thumb. Low body is going to stay the same. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. So reach up through your fingers. Find a deep bend through your right knee. Left leg is as long and straight as you can. Maybe lift through your left heel, finding a little more length through the backside of your left thigh. Keep your breath here. Inhale. Maybe you reach up with your gaze, your fingers. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So draw your right hand to the back, left hand out in front of you. Feeling this twist through your spine, keeping your hips square to the front of the space. Keeping your breath, lifting through the top of your head, reaching out through your fingers. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, crescent. Arms come overhead, square to the front. Exhale, airplane your arms here. Drop your arms down and back so your palms face the ground. You want to keep your chest lifted. Gaze out in front of you. Chin off your chest. Keep a deep bend through your right knee. Hug your shoulders towards the midline of your back. Find your strength here. You might be wobbling, that's okay. Inhale, crescent proper. And exhale, lunge. Drop your hands. Step back into high plank. Chaturanga here, high plank, Down to your low plank on your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb here. So low body, again, is gonna stay the same. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hold here. Find a deeper bend through your left knee. Take your gaze up. Lengthen through your right leg here, through your right heel. Hug up, zip up through your midline. Draw your right hip towards the front of the space. One more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left fingers to the back, right fingers to the front. Keep the bend in your left knee. Keep your breath. Extend through the top of your head on your inhales. Take the deeper twist on your exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana to the front. Exhale, airplane your arms. Keep your chest lifted, gaze out in front of you. Feel your strength through your legs, specifically on the right side. Inhale, crescent proper reach. And exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Your variation here of chaturanga. Moving with your breath and meeting in downward facing dog. Awesome job. Deep breath here together in your downward facing dog. Exhale, let it go. We're going to take one breath, one movement, moving through this second flow here. Inhale, right leg high, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift shoulders over your wrist, press the mat away. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, twist and reach back. Inhale, crescent, lunge to the front. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Inhale, crescent proper, reach up high. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, your flow. And then other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb, lunge. Inhale, crescent, Anjaneyasana, reach up high. Exhale, open arm twist, keep the bend in your left knee, feel the twist in your spine. Inhale, crescent, proper, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Inhale, crescent, proper. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, high plank, chaturanga, your variation, move with your breath. Meet in downward facing dog. Awesome job, everyone. Hold here in your down dog, take an inhale. And exhale, shift forward into your high plank. We're gonna build just a little bit of core here. So go ahead and drop down onto your forearms, one at a time. Coming into forearm plank. So you either have your arms at an 11, time has already begun, or you can take your hands and press them together, finding a third point of contact here. So the option is yours. Now again, we don't want to sink down into our shoulders. We want to press the mat away through our forearms, puff up right in between our shoulder blades there. Gaze down in front of us so we have a neutral spine. If your hips are too high, draw them back to center. If your hips are too low, draw them back up to center. Maybe you drop to your knees. That's totally fine. You're still finding that engagement through your upper body, through your core. Over halfway already here. So let's find that here, tucking through your tailbone, engage through your legs, lift right above your kneecaps. Energetically send energy out through your heels. One more round of breath. Deep inhale, feel your breath, feel the shakes. On your exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. You can bring and stack your hands on top of each other. Lower your forehead on to the top of your stacked hands here for 1 or 2 rounds of breath. Awesome work. Bring your hands under your shoulders to release. Inhale, press up into tabletop or high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. So moving into our peak posture here. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly between your hands. So setting back up for that warrior 2. Pivot your left foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. And exhale, hold, maybe deepen. Inhale, reverse warrior, paint the sky. Keep the bend in your right knee. And exhale, extended side angle. So here we are. From your extended side angle, maybe you hang out here. Drop your left hand to your hip and toe heel your left foot in a couple of feet. Bring whatever block or prop you're using about a foot in front of your right pinky toe here. So as you toe heel your left foot in, draw your fingertips to the top of that prop. Use the strength of your right leg to balance onto your right leg. Lift your left leg off of the ground here. So you're flexing your left toes, trying to bring your left leg as parallel to the ground as you can. Think energy out through the top of your head, planting through the sole of your left foot. Last step here is to lift through your left arm. Fingers reach towards the sky, opening through your heart. Find your breath. Find your balance. Lots going on. 1 point of focus. 1 more inhale. And exhale, bend your right knee, slowly lower back into a warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior here. Exhale, lunge to the top of your space. So cartwheel your hands, step back into high plank, move through your chaturanga. One of your last chaturangas of class here. Meeting in your downward facing dog. Last push, inhale, 3-legged dog, kick back, left leg high. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. Setting up for warrior 2. Inhale, rise, open, heel to arch alignment. Exhale, sink deep into your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So here we are. Again, stay here if you would like. If you want to move forward, bring your right hand to your right hip. Toe heel that right foot in, allowing your left fingers to come to the block. Now you're going to lift your right leg as you balance on your left. Flex your right toes towards your face. Bring that right foot as parallel to the ground as you can. Energy out through the top of your head. Energy out through your lifted foot. Last step, lift your right arm here. Reach through your fingers to the top, to the ground. Find your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower back into a warrior 2. Awesome job, everyone. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel to the front, back into a lunge. Step back into your high plank. Move through your very last chaturanga of class. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, press the mat away. Go ahead and drop to your knees towards the middle of your mat. We're gonna take a seat here. So go ahead and take a seat towards the middle of your mat. Knees are bent. No, sorry, I apologize. Sorry, I got distracted. Legs are straight out in front of you here. So we're moving into a forward fold. So Paschimottanasana. Toes are flexed back to your face here. Now, if you tend to have tight hamstrings, go ahead and just find a little bit of a bend to begin with your knees. Again, it's imperative to keep those toes flexed back to your face. Remove any flesh underneath your sits bones. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And on your exhale here, keep a long flat spine. Keep your arms long and straight. You're gonna hinge at your hips. You're gonna reach through your heart, reach through your fingertips, all the way, and then drop your hands to your feet. So we're in a forward fold here. Maybe your knees are bent. You can slowly start to straighten out your legs. Again, keeping your toes flexed to your face. Keep expansion through your chest. Spine is long, gaze out in front of you. Work your chin to your shins. Maybe you just bend your elbows to take it deeper. Beautiful. Take one more round of breath. Breathe into your backside body. And exhale, fold it a little bit deeper. Now inhale to release slowly. Just walk your hands up your legs, coming back up into a seated position. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're gonna come lying onto our back here. So maybe scoot your hips up, arms reach out in front of you, and then exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time here, taking your time, taking space, until you come lying all the way onto the ground here. So take a full body stretch, kick your legs out in front of you, reach your fingers back behind you, and then come into a little tiny yogi ball, hug it in. Plant the soles of your feet into the ground here. Now we're gonna find a supine twist. So cross your right knee over your left. We're finding eagle legs. Now you wanna lift your hips off of the ground. So plant through your left foot, lift your hips, draw them to the right, and then set them down on the ground. Your knees will naturally twist to the left here. Arms come to a T, finding your supine twist, eagle legs. Option here to draw your gaze over your right shoulder, finding the deepest twist through your spine. Continuing to breathe long inhales and exhales throughout the twisting and turning of your vertebrae. Inhale back to center, so move slowly, knees come back to center. Release your legs, maybe pedal them out. And then we're gonna find this on the other side. So left knee crosses over your right, finding your eagle legs. Lift your hips off the ground, slide them to the left, and then drop them down. Your knees will naturally twist to the right. Supine twist, eagle legs. Maybe your gaze comes over your left shoulder here. Deep, full twist through your entire spine, taking your breath down into your hips. Working your left shoulder into the earth. One more inhale. Take it a little bit deeper on your exhale, twist it out. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center, release your legs, maybe pedal them out. Take one more full body stretch here. And then settle into your final Shavasana. So I recommend bringing your hands next to your body. Now you have the option, palms face up, to receive some of the good positive energy, or palms face down onto the ground to find some stability, find some foundation. Come back to your breath. Holding the space for yourself here in your Shavasana. Close your eyes. Let's take a complete scan through your body to make sure that we are softening. Starting off through the soles of your feet. So feel a light as if it's shining on the soles of your feet. You feel a little bit of warmth, a little bit of light. As you soften through your toes, through your ankles, let your feet splay open wide towards the edges of your mat. Soften here through your ankles, your calves. Let your knees go heavy. Release any tension here through your thighs, through your hips. Let them soften, opening up just a little bit more. Feeling weightless through your belly here. Through your fingertips, let them go heavy. Wrist is warming up, it's softening. Feel a softening through your elbows, through your arms, up through your biceps, your shoulders. Let them soften into the ground here. Maybe drawing your shoulders away from your ears just a little bit. Moving up, bringing that warmth, bringing that light through your cervical spine here. Let it go soft. Release any tension through your jaw here. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften here, melt through your earlobes, through your cheekbones. Soften here through your eye sockets. Soften through your eyebrows. And then let the light shine out and warm up the area right in between your eye, your third eye center, your eye of intuition. Bring your focus, bring your energy to that space. Now move that light up through the crown of your head. It's going to shine through the top of your head. Feeling a softness and a warmth through your entire body as it sinks into the earth below you, as if you are lying on a bed of clouds. Now, option here to stay in your Shavasana. If you want to take a few breaths with me seated, go ahead and roll to either the left or the right side of your mat. And use your bicep here as a pillow. And then slowly bring yourself up to a seated position here. Now, maybe your legs are crossed, Sukhasana, just easy seated posture. Just come into a comfortable seated position here. Close your eyes, hands begin at the top of your thighs, your knees. We're gonna take 3 breaths together. So first, bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, filling up your energy, filling up your lungs. Exhale, hands through, heart center, thumbs to your chest, close your eyes. 2 more rounds, inhale, fill it up. Exhale, pull the energy and the light back to your heart, thumbs to your chest, press your palms together. Last round of breath, inhale, fill it up. And exhale, bring it back to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for podFlow1. It was my honor. You can leave any comments in the comment section below. I'll be teaching again next week. But feel free to check out YogaPod's page daily for free classes. Namaste. The teacher bows to the student in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining for this fun Friday flow. Have a good weekend. Peace.